All right, Matthew Hoffman. I'm very excited to be talking to you. I feel lucky because obviously you are the narrator of Love Island, and I just looked, and on Google, it is one of the most Googled questions. Who is the narrator on Love Island?
Oh,
Everybody wants to know, and that is how I discovered you as well. And I know you're in season 3 now, so good Lord, where do we start? Where do we even start with this?
I think that Google is going to be very disappointed that this is the face my voice comes out of. But it's fine. It's fine.
Well, because I've been so lucky to get to know you a little bit off camera and offline, and I know you are a phenomenal host and interviewer, and you're just a class act all the way. But voiceover and narration, is this like a newer thing in your life?
Yeah, my very first voiceover ever was for Love Island USA. And I literally was like, today is the day you're getting fired. I was like, they are going to be so on to me. There's no way. And, thousands of voiceovers later, I think about 100 episodes by the time we wrap this season. It's been a crazy, crazy, crazy ride.
Now, why did you assume you were going to get fired?
It's a funny story. I had never been in front of a microphone like that. And an audio engineer was like, well, here 3 beeps and then we go. And I was like, go where? Like, what is happening? Like, what's going on? And as you know me, I was very prepared, but I was not prepared for the tech side of it.
Yeah.
So I think I lost about 25 pounds in sweat that day.
Oh
But it was good. It was good. Summer diet.
no. Right. Well, whatever works. Whatever works. Mine is called spray tan. Yours
Nice.
is just nervous sweat. So
Yeah.
on the show, if people are watching and if you're not watching, your writing is so funny. And that's how I discovered you. I said, who in the hell is this narrator? Like it has become a personality of the show. It's almost like a hidden cast member. It speaks for the rest of us.
Yeah.
So is that all your writing?
Well, it's speaking for the rest of us is the highest compliment I can get, because it's like whenever somebody says like, you're saying exactly what I'm thinking, or we feel like we're on the couch with you, that is the highest compliment. Each day I come in and we watch Love Island as the viewer does. And I have the two most genius and generous voiceover producers who watch the show with me. I'm also a voiceover producer on the show, and we watch the show as the viewer. We are all equally obsessed with the franchise, and we press play, we watch it, and we say what we see. So we write it down, and then when each act is written, then I come in here and I, lay down a silky track in the booth, for better or for worse. And we then go back out. We watch the second act, the third act, the fourth act, until the sixth act. And before you know it, a show is there.
You must be so exhausted by the end of each of those sessions because they're really witty. I don't know how you think of those things. And the greatest part is you're making fun of the Islanders and just all the situations. It's kind of like it's all tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
But I love that you have that. You can do that.
Yeah, we like to say the tongue is very much in the cheek in this show. It's like we're there. We are there. But yeah, it's funny. I think a lot of people who are fans of the show think, someone's just in there reading lines, but it's a whole process, and each line is its own process. So it's really like the highest compliment when people like anything we do, or it's fun to go on Twitter right after a show or during a show and see like what the audience is responding to. That is always the best litmus test, and you get it in real time. So it's crazy.
Isn't that funny how when it comes down to it, we still love seeing tweets and retweets and likes and reposts. Like we still love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we have Love Island has the most passionate fans, but they're also the funniest fans. And I cannot retweet about 99% of them because I like to be as neutral as possible as my role. I never, have a Love Islander favorite. I don't color, lines as certain things as how I may be thinking. So it's always funny just to watch them because they are just the funniest.
Right. And I know we're in season 3 right now. It started off in, I believe, Fiji, right?
Yep, Fiji, yeah.
And very impressive. Season 2 was in Las Vegas during the pandemic lockdown. And I could not believe that even happened.
It is a miracle, like truly nothing short, as far as I'm concerned, nothing short of a miracle, because Love Island is such a beast of a show. We are putting together a season that is normally like 2.5 seasons of a normal show. So we are, 5 nights a week. And then we have our Paramount Plus episodes, and it is a beast. So the fact that we got it up even in a normal year off the ground, Fiji is a miracle. And then
Right.
to do it in the pandemic from Vegas with the crew split in Los Angeles and Las Vegas and other countries working around the clock to make the show go off without a hitch, with I think 500 people on the ground during a pandemic
Wow.
is just insane. And to have it be received the way it was, I got the most unbelievable messages from people that I was not expecting. It meant a lot to a lot of people during a really dark time. So it was a miracle, nothing short of a miracle.
Oh, well, and I'm so happy it's in season 3 now, and now it's in Hawaii.
Yes.
And I love, I'm laughing. It rains so much. And I always, I have the dumbest concerns, but I was like, how does this work out, technically, with all the lights? And how does this work out?
Speaking of lights, our electric bill, I can't imagine what is happening. Like, they show that you can see the villa from space. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I think wherever we go, there's a little bit of rain, which is I think a good luck charm now. It's good.
Right. I was going to say, if you could pick for one day, if you were an islander, let's
Yes.
say they didn't put you to any challenges, you just get to sit there, take cute pictures and eat and drink.
Right.
If you could pick a location, what would you, like a dream location for you, what would it be?
Whoa.
Maybe it's not even an island. Maybe you're like,
Yeah, Oprah's backyard.
you know what? That sounds really dreamy.
You're welcome.
I think that season
Tonight on Love Island, live from Oprah's back. I mean, can you imagine? Oh my God. I think we're onto something here, Sandy.
Matthew, we just put that out into the universe, and I am hoping it comes back.
And also, too, I feel like it's big enough, she won't even notice we're there.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And she might even stop by.
Stop talking. I can't. It's too much.
I know. Now, so you're the voice of the show.
Yes.
Ariella is the host of the show.
Yes.
Now, when she comes in, the Islanders know something is up, something's going down.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. There's always a bit of mischief wherever the work wife goes, whether it's good or bad. But she is the best, and I'm just the luckiest to be in this crazy on this crazy journey with her. She's amazing.
Well, and I love watching your videos. Like when you guys, what did you post the other day? And it was so cute how she sent you a video in the gym and you sent her one back with cookies. Yeah. You're like,
she's in the gym. I'm like, hey girl. She's like, hey, can't talk. And she's like in the gym, and I'm like, cool. And I'm literally in front of a 15-foot table filled with hot Cheetos and cookies, and I'm like, we lead very different lives. I could do anything being off camera. I'm not off camera. So this is wait a second, I can stress eat throughout this entire production and nobody know. Amazing.
This is my kind of gig.
Literally, it's the best gig ever.
What do you get to wear to work then? Do you just dress down, super casual?
Yeah, I wear this. I mean, my girlfriend leaves my clothes out, the night before, so.
Oh, I thought so.
No, I wear the Matthew uniform, which is basically this.
That's all right. Is it black?
Yeah,
classic.
We're in dark colors lately, post pandemic, but yeah, no horizontal stripes.
Understand, and designs. So when they say on the show, I'm just thinking, if people are watching this and they've never watched the show, one of my favorite moments is when they receive a text and they have to yell out, "I got a text."
Yep.
So can you describe what's going down in that moment?
Yeah, I pretty much either it's halfway me or halfway from the texting gods, but we send them text messages to basically let them know something is up. And it's always a notification of a challenge or a date or, you know, something scandalous or fun. And it's a really fun way of communicating with the Islanders that there is some drama in store.
Right. Don't get too comfortable.
Exactly. And Fiji, I can't imagine what our roaming charges were, but I feel like we're a little better in Hawaii, but I'm not quite sure. I don't pay that bill, so it's fine.
You're fine. You're fine. That is one of my favorite things about the show, though, is because it's so interactive with the viewers. So as you watch, you're finding out things with the Islanders. You can see their real reaction in real time. And then you can also have an option to vote people out or off the island or certain couples. I think that's great.
Yeah, it gives the viewer control, which is what we all want when we're screaming at our televisions, right? So it's kind of our wink to be like, we hear you, we got you, do what you want to do, but we'll, you know, it's very much in their hands. And what's so cool about, you know, the format and Love Island is that the audience gets to vote for their favorite couple at the end, and it's really cool. It's all Love Island is for the Islanders to find love and for the audience to come on the journey with them. So it's
and it's so fun to
that.
watch, and it's every week. You just never know. And some people, I love the ones that are like, you know what, I'm cool single for a moment. I don't know if I really want anyone in that way.
But also too, you're like, that's amazing because you got a free house, you got free food, ride it out as long as I'm with them. Like if you're like, I'm with them for a little bit, but then
I love watching Will fall asleep in that little glider chair in front of the waterfall. He does that every episode. I'm like, I would probably be him. Like, you know, I'm just going to take a nap.
I think if I were an Islander, I would be in the biggest sun hat ever in the shade talking to nobody.
You'd be reading a book.
Totally, not even. It would be like upside down. Like I'd pretend to read a book, but like I'd be with Will. I would be like on the, you know, on the porch swing all by myself, like just sleeping.
I thought about that. I was like, if Matthew was an Islander, he would be the one that just keeps his head down, gets his work done, stays out of the drama, but still knows all the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like a reliable source.
You're the one they trust, but
for better or for worse.
You keep out of it. How does it work with their phones? I've always wondered, do they get their phones taken away while they're on the quote unquote island?
Yes, I believe so. Don't quote me. They don't trust me with any of that cool information. But yeah, I think we give them their own phones.
Right. Okay.
Yes. So they're allowed to take photos, take videos, and but I think only be communicating with the villa.
Yes, which is why I was like, okay, no wonder Love Island is the perfect title because all they can focus on is finding love, finding that match. You cannot be distracted by the outside world.
Exactly. And as you and I both know, it is a full-time job. No distractions. Just keep your eye on the prize and like, that's it.
Yeah. I love, I think it was 2 nights ago, one of the challenges, it was Casa Amor versus Team Villa.
Yep.
And they were like racing each other for different times and stuff. And it was just like, find the opposite sex and make out with them, everybody. And I was like, this is what I'm here for.
Yes.
The fact that that's their stress. They're all so hot and they just need to hurry up and make out.
It's the little things.
It is.
Give.
Absolutely. I'm not mad at it at all.
No.
So how far are we into? We're in season 3 right now. And the ultimate goal of this show is what?
The ultimate goal of the show is, I personally think, from a non-strategy perspective, the ultimate goal of the show is to find love within yourself and to find it with hopefully somebody else.
Right.
And that's not saying they don't come there loving themselves, but just to get a deeper understanding of themselves. And watching those journeys are always my favorite because they truly our Islanders evolve from beginning to end, and it's always the coolest to watch that. And to have a front row seat to that and to comment on it is the coolest. But the goal for the format is to win Love Island, be voted America's favorite couple. So that's where we throw it to the audience and we say,
no pressure, right?
We have done our job. Now it is your time. Now it's your time to shine, and it's the coolest.
Well, and I love it too because they're all they're beautiful people. They're gorgeous. So right off the bat, that's a full-time job just trying to not be distracted by everyone's
haven't you won enough? These abs. I'm like, haven't you won? Oh, we're gonna give you money now? Cool. But it's the coolest. And honestly, they are I always say that they are the most vulnerable. Like, I could not imagine being an islander, like to put yourself out there in front of the world and, you know, and looking for love in general. It's so vulnerable. It's such a thing. But like to then do it, you know, in front of all of these cameras is just, it's a testament to how cool they are and how grounded they are as people.
Yes, and to come back from that experience and maybe see things online, that would be hard for me. I would be nervous.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like. I can't imagine. I live through it daily during the show, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. But yeah, I can't imagine what that is like.
Well, Love Island, it has its own app.
Yes, we have a Love Island app. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, it's so much fun. Download it, download it. It's the most fun, and then you can vote on the app throughout all of the voting challenges throughout the season.
Well, Matthew, I love you.
Aw.
I'm so proud of you. I want the entire world to just know what a talented and funny person you are. You make the show. I'm just this is my personal opinion, but thousands of others.
It is too early to start drinking the way you are drinking right now, but I appreciate the compliment. You are the sweetest, and it's so nice to see you. We met once in the pandemic, in the height of the pandemic, and we got to see each other and connect. And you're just the loveliest, and I so appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you. Well, if people want to find you online, where do you think is the best place to find you, catch up with you?
Yeah, on Instagram. That way I can filter. It's nice to always filter. At MatthewHoffman.tv on Instagram, and at MatthewHoffman1 on Twitter.
And Love Island USA also on Instagram, correct?
Yes, it is the best account. I am jealous of our account. It's they are nailing it every day. It's the best.
Oh, well, I'm excited and happy for you. I can't wait to see the next episode.
Aw.
When they're 2 hours, I get super excited. I'm like, well, we're not moving from the couch tonight.
You're like, and we're set.
And we're done. We're done. Matthew, thank you so much. I adore you, and we'll talk again soon.
Yes, thank you so much.